Oh, my name's Dion Rivera. I'm a New York City licensed site safety manager with the city of New York for over 2 decades. And yes, it's the first time I see these D-rings that are and anchor threads that go into the slab. And it's just kept a smile on my face. My experience watching the anchor threads being used as a safety manager on high-rise construction has been very pleasing, very helpful, and the men and women feeling more secure on what they're anchoring off to with your D-ring system that's embedded in the concrete and the columns, as we have here with the masons, and also in the ceiling. But to be able to walk over to your work area, of course, after you put your controlled access zone up, to be able to drop one of your top cables and then tie off immediately prior to removing the remainder of your cables on any open window bay is it ensures 100% tie off prior to removing all your cables. So we found it very helpful. And the security in the D-ring itself compared to reusable anchors, it helps a lot more, and the confidence in the guys that I've noticed and spoken to, the men and women using it, felt more confident that they felt more secured and tied off compared to reusable anchors and the D-ring straps that are on most superstructure construction sites. We have about 10, 20 anchor threads in our office that we have the trade contractors come down to the office, and after they give us a description of what they're doing for the day, if there's any high-risk work outside of the building, we give them one of the anchor thread D-rings to use, and we're able to track where they're working for the day, get to speak to them as well prior to them going out there to see how they're doing prior to starting work. Yeah, just better communication overall with the team on a day-to-day basis. And since we have a lot going on, super, safety, everyone else on the project, it's good that the guys come in, talk to us, let us know what they're doing, besides just putting it on a piece of paper and handing it to us to read. You know, we communicate harmoniously that way. Being able to walk over to the cables, take a top cable off, tie off immediately, helps you with not having to get on a ladder to tie off to a D-ring, to not drill a hole into the ceiling to put a reusable anchor, which puts you at a fall risk off the perimeter. Even if your cables are up, you getting on a ladder, once your waist goes above the top cable, you're exposed to falling out of the building. We're more worried about, in regards to people falling out of a building off a ladder, is a guy could get lightheaded when he gets to the top of the ladder and tips off the ladder. Someone could be walking by the person working on the ladder, knocks into the ladder. Someone could fall off, you know, if everyone's in the same area working. So yeah, the benefits of tying off to anchor thread in the column, like I told Jason prior, is just, it's a grand slam. It helps out time. Security is the main one right away, just to be able to tie off right away. Gives everyone, including mainly the person tying off, but everyone seeing that gives us more confidence to go about our day when the guy ties off right away. As you gradually go on through your different phases on the job site, we tend to remove certain safety devices that are first installed during the superstructure, and one of them being like hanging straps, D-ring straps. Usually as we go along the project, finishing up the facade, finishing up the interior of the apartments, we do cut a lot of the existing straps that are on the job. So having the anchor threads in the slabs, in the ceiling, in the columns, we've been utilizing throughout every phase of the job, and that's big. That was a big help for us here, safety-wise, because we have balconies on multiple floors, and during the TCO phase or the purchasing phase of a job or enclosure phase, we lose we don't finish the balconies. We'll finish the apartments, and the balconies usually finish last. And there's usually never anything to tie off to. So the anchor threads that are in the slab of the ceiling are reusable towards the lifetime of the building, which is 100+ years. So that's a great advantage of the anchor threads that I've noticed as far as later on down the line, and actually going back into an apartment when everything is done and you have to do work on setbacks, balconies, areas like that.